It's time now for our business update, and today we're going to Lisbon, where some of the biggest names in technology have gathered for the Web Summit Conference. Our business editor Stephen Carroll is there now. And Stephen, what sort of issues are being discussed there in Lisbon?
Jeannie, it's a very interesting schedule happening here at the Web Summit. On the main stage behind me, we've just had a presentation from the robot Sophia, along with its creators, Hanson Robotics. It's a pretty large arena, as you might get an idea from some of the noise coming from behind me as well. It has a capacity of 15,000, and some of the crowds being drawn here really are quite interesting. The European Commissioner, Margrethe Vestager, was speaking here a short time ago, and really there was a crowd of, I'd say, easily 10,000 people here to listen to her. So there's strange sort of celebrities being created at the Web Summit. It's part of the I suppose, the range that this event offers. Is there's a sports star from WWE about to take to the stage behind me now. So those big tech issues also being discussed, but broader implications for society too. Of course, there's a business end to this as well. It is the biggest gathering in the world of startups and investors. Some 2,000 startups are here at the Web Summit, hoping not only to find investment but potentially customers for their future as well. One of them is a French startup called Smarter Time, and I'm pleased to say that we're joined by their Chief Marketing Officer, Anna Winterstein. Anna, thank you very much for being with us. Can you give us an idea, first of all, what is Smarter Time? What does it do?
Yes, so essentially what Smarter Time does is it's giving you time back for what really matters. So what that actually means is we're using artificial intelligence to automatically measure, analyze, and help you improve your time use. So we're going to use your input, we're going to use your surroundings and tons of different stuff to actually provide you with a completely automated timeline of how you spend your days. And then out of that, you get a breakdown of how long you spend, on social media, working, sleeping, all the important stuff, essentially.
That could be very dangerous, I think, if you analyse some people. That's a lot of information to collect from people's phones. A lot of the issues around data security here, lots of concerns. How do you protect the information that you collect?
So we're trying to further as much as we can privacy by design. The way we do it is that all our algorithms, all the stuff that actually gathers data and makes sense of it, remains fully on the phone, which means that the only way we need to access your data, or we can access your data, is if you want to save restore. In that case, obviously your data is uploaded to our server, but even then, we never resell it, we never touch it.
This is your second year attending Web Summit. What's the advantage of coming to an event like this? Are you here looking for investors? What's the goal for you?
So I would say we have multiple goals. Obviously, investors is one of them. In general, the thing that's good about the Web Summit is, when you are in a startup, you're very much part of a pretty small network. And even if in France, for instance, the network has been getting much bigger, you're still limited geographically. But when you come to a place like this, it brings together tons of people from different countries, with different interests as well. So it broadens your horizons, and it helps you reach out to people whom you would have been unable to contact otherwise. So yeah, absolutely, investors-wise, we're actually going to close our seed round in January, and one of the main reasons we've come here is to try and find people who are going to invest in our seed round.
Paris has just been given an award by the European Commission, naming it European Capital of Innovation, an award for Paris Mayor Anne Hidalgo. Your startup based in Paris, you yourself are based in London. How do you compare the sort of innovation spirit of both cities?
Well, it's interesting because I think one of the cliches we have is that Paris is lagging behind in terms of startup development, but I say in our experience we'd find that to be quite untrue. There's been a lot of effort put into developing the offerings for startups, and I'd say in terms of the amount of support we get, the amount of funding, and also simply the easiness to go about the day-to-day business, France is actually quite good. We track our time, right? So we know how long we actually spend doing admin, and our CEO figured out he only spends a couple hours every month doing admin, which is fine when you think about it. So we're happy.
Quite a contrast to some of the stereotypes. Anna Winterstein from Smarter Time, thank you for speaking to us on France 24. Just a quick look at the markets before we go. European markets trading in the red this lunchtime, just down slightly across the board. Paris, London and Frankfurt as well. We'll have more from the Web Summit on our website, france24.com, and a special edition of People and Profit this Thursday at 4:45 Paris time. Until then, it's back to you, Jeannie.
Stephen, thank you so much for that, and that update from the Web Summit in Lisbon in Portugal. It's